Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because, you know what? We all make mistakes. So let's turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged.
Hey, it's Arroe, and this is vocal defrag. Vocal defragging is asking yourself the questions and then questioning the answers. Did you hear that? Asking yourself. It's not asking your neighbor. It's not asking your sister. It's asking yourself the questions and then questioning the answers. We're taking this walk today inside this forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina. It is freezing out here. I mean, it's been raining all morning, freezing. And you know, to me, that's going to be part of the cleansing. To be able to say, hey, look, we're going to utilize the strength of this forest in these natural moments as a way of getting our imaginations to grow in different directions. Like that's kind of what this story is all about today. It's about share your story and then shift to sharing the lessons. Whoa. When that came to me while writing this morning, it was like, share your story. I get that. But you don't write about it and you don't talk about it because you're so afraid of the me thing. Or you could be like my sister, and I love her dearly. It was always about her. Share your story, then shift to the lessons that need to be taught. The things that we go through on a daily basis, do you really think we go through it just so we have something to bitch about or to celebrate? Everybody wants a victory. We all want to see Deion Sanders have an undefeated season. I would. That'd be pretty damn cool. But the thing is that we go through all of these lessons in life. Do you think that Deion Sanders is having a great opening college football career because he said, yeah, you know what? I had some bad times, but I'm not going to share them. No, that man seems to be the type of guy that said, look, I had some bad times, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach them in lessons so that others don't have to go through what I just did. He's a very positive man, and he's taking those lessons and he's giving them to his students, to his players, to those that are falling witness to the Colorado story. That's what I mean by this. Share your story and then shift it to the lessons that need to be shared. It's a task because the task is don't make it about me. It's hard because as you're sharing that story, you think, well, it's about me. Yeah, but go behind the curtain. Go behind the purpose of your seasonal changes. Go into that moment and see a deeper physical lesson that somebody could learn. For instance, out here in the rain, why am I walking in the rain in this forest having a conversation about sharing your story? Because what I'm picking up today is something I'm going to need when I've got baggers in front of me that go, I'm not going out there to get those carts. Listen, dude, I understand your feelings. I know it's cold out there. I know those raindrops just like reach right through your soul and tear your feet apart. But what I want you to do is I want you to dig inside a little bit. And I want you to see why you need to go out there and get those carts. Because the people coming here, they need something to put their nourishment in. And if you teach yourself the lessons of life and you allow yourself to become the student of your own journey, the greatest part of the story is how you're going to take it and give it to somebody else. That's the thing about it. Everything moves through us at lightning speed. But do you document it? I do a thing called stream thinking and stream writing. Basically what it is, I write as it's happening in my moment of now. And in my defrag journal this morning, I asked that question, why do you do it that way? And the answer that I came up with, or that I received, was because I didn't want my heart or my head to rewrite the story. I talked about how I really didn't get to hear my father's true story about his days serving in the U.S. Army in Germany during World War II. I didn't understand why my father was always so angry. He would never share that, but his depression became his protection device. I didn't get to hear the story of my mother on the Powder River. growing up on that farm as a child. You would hear things, but it wasn't from her lips. Nor did I ask the questions so that I could question even more. My own sister's story. I wish I would understand more and more why she carried anger, not just as a senior adult, but as a 4-year-old girl. I remember the anger as a child. If you don't share your story, and if you don't shift it to a lesson, then how do you expect others to learn so they themselves can have a better idea of who you are and who they can become and who maybe they don't want to become? Share your story and then shift it to a lesson to be shared. It's a trip. It's a writing space. It's a place not for your deepest thoughts because you're going to rewrite the story. Your memories, they're there for a moment. Your experiences, they're about the same. And then your imagination sets in and you write it the way you thought you received it. Then it's tucked away. And if by any chance it comes up again, the way you share the story isn't going to be the exact moment. It's going to be bent. And that's why I like to write. Because you know what? No matter what, you could be ready to put my books in the ground with me. No matter what, my story is on that page. And nobody will ever be able to say, I didn't know. But I've given you the opportunity. Dear future reader, ask the questions, question the answers. Share your story, then shift it to the lessons to be shared. I'm Arroe, and that's Vocal Defrag.